From a lot of the interviews that I've done, I always ask CEOs, what's the number one thing that can kill leadership? And they always say,
my book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, was about me coaching CEOs, and my findings were exactly what yours are. I only had to look one place to find the source of the problem, in the mirror. The problem was always me. Nobody made me do any of this stuff. I was an idiot. I only work with great people who care. If they've got an attitude, I'm not judging them. It's perfectly okay, but bye-bye.
So have you ever had a client that maybe early on in your career, you thought you could make change happen, it didn't work out, you had to fire them? Any horror stories during your career?
Oh, yeah. And you know what the problem was? I always had exactly the same problem. I only had to look one place to find the source of the problem, in the mirror, right here. I'm an adult. Nobody made me do any of this stuff. If I'm wasting my time coaching somebody who doesn't care, hello, who's got the problem? Who wasted 1.5 years of his life without getting paid? Oh, that would be me.
So that's happened to you?
Oh, yeah. I'm the idiot that didn't get paid.
Well, without divulging, confidential information, in the times where it didn't work out, what happened? I mean, because 1.5 years is a long time, obviously, to work with somebody. Did you find
what happened is I was an idiot. I was an idiot. I mean, hello, this is a train bound for nowhere. Now, I've only done that a couple of times. I'm not that much of an idiot, but I've been an idiot a few times. And when I was an idiot, it's my fault, not their fault.
So was it just not spotting early on enough that they didn't want to change and they were just kind of doing it to appease?
It's my own ego. I'm thinking I can save people. I'm going to convince them, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. No, the problem, you keep going back to them.
Yeah.
The problem was never them. The problem was always me.
Ego, huh?
Ego.
It's an interesting thing because from a lot of the interviews that I've done, I always ask CEOs, what's the number one thing that can kill leadership? And they always say ego. When your ego gets too big, it's a quick way to just crush your career. Can you talk a little bit about ego? Why is that so dangerous? And what does ego actually mean? Because I still think a lot of people they confuse it with confidence. I learned something absolutely insane today. 96% of the people who watch videos on this channel are not subscribed. Are you one of those people? Please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll take you 1 second. It helps me a lot, and you'll get access to more videos just like this one.
It means different things to different people. But let me tell you what Peter Drucker taught me. He said, our mission in life is to make a positive difference, not to prove we're smart, not to prove we're right.
Yeah.
Well, our ego kicks in when we get more focused on proving how smart we are or right we are than making a positive difference in life. Now, if you're trying to prove how great you are, and that's going to help you make a positive difference, then that's not too much ego.
Yeah.
That's smart. If you're trying to prove how great you are and it's not making a positive difference, that is bad. Now, I want to talk about ego from two perspectives. In my new book, The Earned Life, I talk about the importance of marketing yourself and building credibility. And I say credibility must be earned twice. One, you have to do great work, and two, you have to be seen as doing great work, which are two different things.
Yeah.
Now, let's take Hubert. Hubert promoted the crap out of his book. That's why he was on your show.
Yep.
I talked to Hubert before he wrote the book. I said, Hubert, most CEOs that write a book, they're too proud to go out and promote it.
Yeah.
They're too proud. They'd be too proud to be on your show. They're too proud to go out and promote the book. And I said, if you're writing the book, sell the book. Get out there and work hard, sell the book. And if you don't get out and sell the book, you're too proud to sell the book, don't write it in the first place. I'm so proud of him. To me, that's not a big ego.
Yeah.
That's just the right amount of ego. He was out there promoting that book because he's trying to help the world be better. He doesn't need the money. He's not doing this for status or fame. He's trying to make the world a better place. That is healthy ego. You're trying to promote something and it's going to make the world better. Now, in my book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, the problem is typically what you've talked about, too much ego. You're used to interviewing CEOs. You're exactly right. CEOs, a typical problem, too much ego. On the other hand, 80% of all humans, the problem is not too much ego. The problem is they don't promote themselves enough. See, my book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There, was about me coaching CEOs, and my findings were exactly what yours are.
Yeah.
I now work with a lot of other people who are not so famous and successful, they undersell themselves.
Hmm.
So now when I teach, I ask people, is your natural tendency to oversell or undersell? And about 80% of the people I meet, especially people like coaches, HR people, they undersell.
Yeah, it's
So for
interesting.
everyone that undersells, I've got 3 great questions. Are you ready for the undersellers?
Yes.
And by the way, my book, How Women Rise, that's much more about underselling than overselling. I wrote that with Sally Helgson. Fantastic book. I can say it because she wrote it, not me. A fantastic book. I love it. I'm just honored to be part of the book. She's an amazing woman. But back to underselling. I ask people that say they undersell 3 questions. Number 1, if you became more influential and powerful, would the world be worse off or better off? Well, they invariably say, well, better off. I say, great. Do you feel uncomfortable trying to be more influential? Yes, it makes me uncomfortable. I say, question 3, what's more important to you? Making the world a better place or being comfortable? Get
Yeah.
over it. If you want to make the world a better place, you need to get out there and promote yourself. And you mentioned Hubert. I'm so proud of him. That's what he did.
Yep.
And his book is very successful. By the way, I've done 80 podcasts about my book. Why? I'm trying to promote the book. I think it's a great book. It's going to help people. To me, that's not a big ego. That's a smart ego.